Hello there everyone, this is Soul17 here. This is the third time I made this video, but I'll explain why is this third time, but anyways, I don't own the picture. This is a non-paid video. This is the third time because I messed up in one video and I messed up in another video because I said something without thinking and I did not like it and I couldn't go on because I would have laughed too much in it. Or what I did, and I cannot deal with the embarrassment either. So, yeah. Okay. Naruto's gonna have the bandages on him. You know, his bandages that are weights always on now. He's gonna have the samurai outfit, but in a adapted way, as in that the picture shows. He's gonna have it. He's gonna have that outfit in Shippuden, but a little bit more adapted to like a ninja style, but ninja/samurai style. But he's gonna have the mask on. The mask always. He's gonna have that now. And this what if he's gonna be wearing that whenever he's in combat or just taking pictures or something. Someone even says they're supposed to have like samurais are supposed to have two swords, he's gonna make his own sword. So he's gonna need material for that. And his first sword he did not made. He was given it as a present. So yeah. Okay. Hinata is going to be with Team 7. Sakura is going to be with Kiba and Shino. So yeah. Also, I am going to make Ino and Sasuke date. Alright, okay. So yeah, alright. Okay, so this is what if Naruto was trained in the way of the samurai, part 2. Okay. So, when Naruto wakes up, he gets dressed. He puts on his weights, his bandages, weights on him. He puts on a shirt, and he's just like gets his mask on that's around his neck, and yeah, he makes a breakfast: hash browns, eggs, an apple, some bacon, and milk. He reads the newspaper. A teacher from the academy, as it states, tried to steal the scroll of forbidden jutsus. The Anbu were trying to capture the teacher, but he was executed because he resisted. He even tried to kill some of the Anbu. So, yeah, the guy who Mizuki, he tricked Naruto into getting the scroll. He's dead now. And Naruto says, "Oh, that teacher Mizuki, or Misuchi, whatever his name is, I'm glad he's dead. He really was a pain. He tried to kill me at one point, but he learned his lesson." As Naruto goes over to the Hokage's office building and just get his picture taken, he has his headband on his head. And though he puts on his mask, he has his sword. He has one leg on they have a chair, so he has one leg on the chair, one leg hanging down with the sword, just holding onto it with one arm that he has over his on his leg. As he asks, does he really want this? As he says, yeah, he just take the picture. As he says, all right, kid, whatever. And so he takes a picture. As after that happens, the Hokage talks to him about it on the way he thinks of it, as this will be a good picture. As he says to Naruto that, well, I mean, I got some stuff to say about it, but it's nothing really big. You are wearing your mask, which some people don't even show their face, their mouth, or just their eyes and head. That's it. And you're wearing your headband. You didn't do anything significant to yourself, so I'm approve of this. But why it was a stool and yet and he goes, I don't know, the stool is big enough for me to put my foot on it and have my sword in the picture just to show. I thought it would be a good idea. As a Hokage and the people they're like, it's like the council members. I think it was, yeah, kind of agreed to it. They're okay with it. The guy with the glasses and the old lady. I do not know their names. I don't really care about them because they were like jerks, really. As they like look at Naruto and with the eyes, and he goes like, "So you guys know, everyone in the village knows about him, knows about the Nine Tails, huh?" As they're like, "Wait, you?" It was, yeah, I found out a long time ago. Trained so hard I got these eyes. Figured out that I only had to use anger to activate them. My speed and strength increased a lot, but because of my intense training I did, pushing myself through my limits. Day in and day out, non-stop. Even when I was supposed to sleep, I trained. They're just automatically on now. I can't get rid of them. As the Naruto says, I should be executed on the spot for knowing why. I'm the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. I think it's my right to know. And also, I'm the fourth Hokage's son. You really want to kill the one who saved this village? As they like look at him with a little bit of shock and fear for it, he goes like, if you kill me, you're disrespecting my father, even including my mother. As they're even more shocked, he goes, and they ask if you know about them, what their name. As he says, Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki. Don't ever disrespect my parents for what they did by saying you hate me, just because they had no choice but to save this village. You know what their last regrets were? That they couldn't even be with me. And you consider this a village good people when all of you are corrupted and evil. As they're really kind of upset with themselves, but a little bit mad at Naruto for saying that, as they say, not everyone, and he goes, yes, the children aren't corrupted. The future Genins aren't even corrupted either. It's the adults. You know how many people I have actually fought to protect myself with? Even some, like, Chonin, like, Genins, not so much. Jonins and Chunins, I fought them and won. I'm too powerful for anyone. That's why I'm bandaged up. These are weights so I don't kill anyone. As the old lady, does that, goes, what do you mean? He goes, I'm strong enough to kill someone, even with a reverse blade. Without even switching it to the sharp point, I'm able to kill them. Easily. As she's in shock, and he goes, this is what the weights do. They siphon off my chakra to basically wrap around my body to dial my strength down. The more chakra I put into them, the more they restrain my body, but also the more I have to put more effort into it. Into anything, really. As she says, so you're holding yourself back, but getting stronger exactly at the same time. He goes, yep. So it's a double-edged sword, basically. Which, she's surprised. As the guy says, so, how was your training with the samurais? As he says, how does it look? As with a little grin, and he says, they both say, Hiruzen, which Hiruzen has a little sweat drop rolling down his face. He was like, yes. And they look at him and put the thumbs up. They say, your idea was a good idea, and we're sorry that we have doubted you. As Hiruzen says thank you, and thanks to himself, saying, oh, thank God they liked the idea. As Naruto says, yeah, they trained me in a whole bunch of things. A little bit of ninjutsu, and a lot more in taijutsu. A lot more about all of it, though, was in swordsmanship. And, basically, forging, too, and cooking. And then, he even says, and the Nine-Tails has a name, Karama. It's a living creature, so it has feelings. And don't worry, it doesn't want to destroy this village. As Naruto's basically just scratching his face. As then he says, "Oh yeah, Hiruzen, kid's about to come in soon, so be ready." As Hiruzen goes like, "Oh, not again," which catches Naruto's attention. And then like the old lady does ask him, saying like, "How is your relationship with he says Kurama. His name is with Kurama. Pretty good. We're friends. Actually, we release him from the cage, which, as he points out the finger, don't say anything yet. But let me explain first. The cage, just open it up and then change the landscape so he can walk around more and do what he wants. But the seal is still there. I just have full access to his chakra, which I don't really use at all. And they're like, "Oh, okay." And then, Konohamaru comes in, same everything happens. Naruto just glares at Konohamaru when he says, "Who's the kid?" Konohamaru says he's the third Hokage's grandson. "If you do anything to me," and Naruto just flicks him, which nearly knocks him out. As that was the first time anyone did anything to him. But I feel like, is he really that weak, he thinks? And then Naruto says, "Well, see y'all, man," and council members. Also, if you guys have any like missions for materials you need to gather, or have like some strange like strong metal, please let me know. I need something to forge another sword. So, yep, see ya. As he leaves, Konohamaru, does ask about who was that, and he says his grandfather, the Hokage, says that was Naruto Uzumaki. He is strong, and because he's been gone for 3.5 years. He came back when he was only 9. He has become very strong, and he's probably the most powerful ninja that we have at this moment. As Konohamaru says, thinks to himself, then maybe I can have him train me. So his teacher comes in and says, "Konohamaru." No, wait, he came in right when he fell. So, he's like, was in shock what Naruto did. He was about to say something, then he left, and he never got a word in. So, yeah, Konohamaru leaves right away. Follows Naruto. Naruto just says, "You come out of the way, kid, right? I can know you're there." And then Konohamaru says, how did you know?" He goes, "Well, first off, I can hear your your feet moving on the ground. Second, you're breathing kind of heavily. So, yeah, gotta work on that." As Konohamaru says, "Well, I'm just started training, but I don't, want to be trained by a teacher that won't train me in the way I want to." He says, "Why do you want to be trained?" And he says, "Because I want to become a Hokage." As he goes, "Oh, really now?" And then he asks, he looks at the sword and he sees Naruto's eyes. So he asks, "So, why do you carry that sword around?" As a villager comes out of nowhere and says, "Die, you demon!" As soon as he said D, like D-met, he gets hit by the sword. As Naruto says, demons, demon like technique into himself, first strike, which sends the guy flying into a building that was a shop. And he tells Konohamaru that was the first technique that was one of the weaker techniques of the demonized clan, which shocked Konohamaru, because he had to learn on that about them. And he goes, "Wow, that was one of the weakest?" He goes, "Yep." As then the shop owner comes out to see where he came from, and he sees Naruto. He goes, "Naruto, hi." And then Naruto basically walks up to him and basically looks at the damages, and he says, "I'll come by later today and fix it." And he goes, "Wait, really?" He goes, "Yeah, I'll cut down a tree, or you can get the lumber and I'll fix it." He goes, "Whatever works for you." As he goes, "Sure." As Naruto, walks away with Konohamaru, and they talk about Konohamaru basically asks him to teach him something. He tells him about the the jutsu that he made a while back, but he hasn't used it in a long time. And plus, he doesn't want to teach him it. And he goes, why? He goes, because, well, one, you should create your own jutsu. I mean, it may be hard, but if you put your mind to it, you could do anything. I wasn't smart back then. I wasn't even clever. Or a trickster. Well, mostly a trickster I was. But hey, I came up with the idea. I made it happen. So even you can create a new jutsu. As Konohamaru, agrees. So when they get into the spot that they, in like a canon anime, was they're taught. Basically the teacher comes in and tells Konohamaru that he needs to be trained by him, so that way he does not falter to the level of Naruto. Which Naruto just laughs at him and says, I can outrank you easily. The only reason why is I have to go through the system. As he goes, really, a future genin like you could outrank me right this moment? As Naruto says, want to test that? As he has a little grin on his face, and Naruto knows he can win. He's not hiding it. As he says, as the Konohamaru's teacher says, cocky kid. So he goes, alright then, let's do this. As Naruto unsheathes his sword, he goes, alright, let's. As the air pressure just changed very quickly. As Konohamaru says, what's going on? Where's this coming from? And his teacher goes like, this pressure, this is from Naruto. And also Naruto reappears right in front of him. The sword inches to his face. As he just faints while standing up, as Naruto just says, wow, that's all. Jeez. I don't know if I should feel bad for what I did to him, or just feel sorry. I feel both. As he laughs out loud, which Konohamaru shakes off what just happened, and just tells him, wow, boss, that was amazing. And he says, boss, he goes, yeah, it just says, just call me Naruto. As then he kind of wakes the guy up. I just tapping him on the chin. And it says, hey, you okay? He goes, yeah. I'm sorry for what I said to you, Naruto. He goes, and don't worry about it. Oh, and don't worry about the eyes. Okay, they're not. What do you think? It's just because of training. He goes, yeah, I know. See ya. As he tells Konohamaru, good luck with your training and get stronger. Also, as he tells him, you're not going to become Hokage. I am. As, that scene where he had, in the anime where the shadow was coming off of him, as it looked, I think, was awesome. But he has the red eye, so just watch that scene. Imagine he's standing up, look at Konohamaru, that happens, and the red eyes, yeah, I think that would look good. So, and as he leaves, Konohamaru looks at his teacher saying, alright, can we get back to training right away? Also, he says he knows now he can't use any shortcuts to become stronger. He has a rival now. So he has to get stronger as fast as possible. And also, can we work on create a new jutsu? Only, that we create together. As his teachers and shocked to see Konohamaru has so much ambition and enthusiasm to become stronger. He says, "Alright, let's do this, Konohamaru." As when Konohamaru walks past him, he looks over at Naruto, and he says, "Naruto Uzumaki, I misjudged you, and I am truly sorry for that. In many ways, I did." As they walk away, Naruto takes out a watch and he goes, "Okay, so," and then he looks and goes, "Okay, I may be late. It was 1:30 or 2 o'clock. I don't know, but I gotta go." As it's 1 o'clock right now, so when Naruto gets to the academy, he looks at Haruka and he says, "Am I late?" He goes, "Nope, you're early." He goes, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, we're starting at 1:30, but a lot of people got done, so you guys have a little time to talk." I'm gonna go over and look at the papers for your teams. He goes, alright, okay, little pause. Let you guys know, Sakura is gonna be kind of like the outcast in the class. Like, everyone's gonna, like, a lot of people are gonna hate her. And, also, Sasuke and Naruto has a little bit of friendship going on already. Plus, he's gonna reveal himself as the Jinchuriki. And, yeah. Naruto's gonna explain his strength mostly to the people in the classroom. And, yeah, okay. So, as Naruto walks, basically walking around in the front of the rows, as he only sees the seats that are not empty, and he sees the seats that are empty, but there's only like one seat that's he wants to sit next to, because one, Sasuke is kind of his friend. As he walks up to Sasuke, he goes, "Yo." Sasuke looks over at him, and he says, "You mind if I sit here?" And Sasuke goes like, "Whatever." As Naruto goes, "Jeez, man, you need to stop acting like all of an edgelord." As Sasuke goes like, "I'm not an edgelord." And he goes, "Really? The whole dark and gloomy thing works out pretty well if you're our edgelord." He goes like, "Whatever, Naruto." He goes like, "Come on, I'm gonna get you a smile at one point." As he goes, "How?" He goes, "Well, if I remember correctly," as he looks over at Sakura, he goes, "You smiled when I said Sakura has a big forehead." As he goes like this, he goes, "See, I got a smile and laugh." And then he hears Ino, because she was right behind Naruto, just start laughing too, as she basically says, "You're still saying she has a big forehead." He goes, "Well, it doesn't shrink; it just keeps on getting bigger." It's how he was just like tearing up for laughter so much. He goes like, "Naruto, please stop! I can't take this anymore." Naruto goes like, "Alright, sorry, Sasuke, but seriously, you gotta open up a little bit." He goes like, "Hey, I haven't, like you said, I've been talking to people." He goes like, "Yeah, but you've been talking to Ino more." And, he was like, "Yeah, so, I mean, she's pleasant to talk to." He goes like, "Yeah, but there's a lot of girls in here that are annoying. For one reason and one reason only." As every girl in the classroom says, "Hey," including Ino, not Hinata. I'm talking about every random girl that ain't Ino, her, Hinata. Says, "Oh," and Sakura says, "Hey." Hinata does not say hey because, she likes Naruto. As he goes, "Hey, the only reason why you girls are annoying is because of the training, or should I say sparring, that we do, me and Sasuke, as you basically kind of tell him to kick my butt, mostly," as he says it, the only way he can nicely. As then, he then says after that, he says, "And plus, I know this whole entire girls in here besides Hinata are basically a fan club of Sasuke, so yeah." And Sasuke says, "Hey, it's not my fault they're my fans." And he says, "Yeah, I don't have any in this class." Which was smiling because if I did, I don't know how I would deal with it. As in, all the girls go silent. As they, as in, one says, "You do have a fan club." And Naruto looks in shock, and all other random girls, and he goes like, "Wait, what?" As Ino says, "Yeah, you have a fan club." As he goes, "Wait, it's all Sasuke fangirls, are they?" And nods her head, and she says she's one of them, but she's only a fan of him because he's nice, and plus he's pleasant to get along with. So he's a fan as a friend, just to support. And he goes, "Wow, thanks." As all the girls kind of look at him, and he goes like, face gets a little red as he goes like, "Okay, this is awkward for me because I never really knew this would happen." As Naruto, kind of like looks at Sasuke, as Sasuke says, "Know my pain." a look on, like a smug look, saying, "Now you'll know my pain." As he looks over at Hinata, as she says, as he asks, "Wait, are you?" As she nods her head, he goes like, "Oh God." Sakura says, Why are you a fan of Naruto? He's a weakling." As Sasuke, glares at her while everyone else glares at her, and Naruto says, "Oh, yeah, I'm the weakling. Useless." As everyone just looks at Naruto, and you just hear Shikamaru goes like, "Dude, that's a sick burn." As basically Sasuke says, "Yeah." Alright, let me just stay out the facts here. As Naruto says, "No, let me. You're useless, and you have a big forehead. That's the reason why probably Sasuke doesn't like you." As Sasuke just says, "True. Also, I trained with him. He's a lot stronger than he looks." As he goes, "Yeah. Also, Sasuke, didn't you say you had a crush on a girl here?" As all the girls look at him, as he goes like, "Crap. Alright, you put me on the spot." And he goes, "So, we've been hanging out a little bit, talking a lot more than a lot of the people in this class. And I was wondering, after, today, when we meet our teachers, we catch a movie?" As Ino blushes, says, "Sure." As Naruto kind of looks over at her, thumbs up. Sasuke's face goes red, and, smiles and says, "Thank you, Naruto." And he goes, "No problem." As Sakura goes, "Why not me, Sasuke?" And Naruto says, "We clearly just stated the reason why. One, you're annoying, and two, you have a big forehead." Well, the second one's not really a good reason, but basically you're kind of calling me a weakling because you hate me. You're just trying to bring me down. But I don't let it bother me because, one, I don't need to. I'm basically somebody, and you're just mad at it. I'm not calling you a nobody. I'm just saying you're somebody too, in your own way, form. You just have to find it. Me, I already did." As Sasuke says, "Yeah, he's a lot stronger than me. He tells me stuff, but he has some secrets on his own. He told me all the training he has done. He says he even has scars. Basically, what you see on his cheek, that's a little one. Yeah, he has a lot more scars, basically, on him." As some girls go like, "Wait, really?" Even Ino's in shock, and Hinata. Oh, and Sakura, too. He goes like, "Yeah, I had to train for real swords. I did that at the age of 7. Had to push myself for the limits. And the only reason why is you guys don't see it is because I'm wearing my bandages, which are my weights. Also, I'm gonna just let you guys know this, including you, Sasuke, because you're my friend. I don't care about everyone else who hears it. I don't really mind. You guys can probably guess because of the eyes, but I am the Nine-Tailed Fox's Jinchuriki." And he has his feet on the table, with his sword on his lap, which he has one hand on, about to unsheath it just in case anyone attacks. As everybody goes like, "Wait, what?" As, he says, "Yep, the Nine-Tail's not killed, because, one, you can't kill a tail beast. If you do, they just come right back years later, because they're just made of pure chakra, and two, you have to seal them away. So, I'm gonna seal them away as the baby, on my birthday, which is the Nine-Tailed Fox that attacked. If you guys don't understand how can that happen, don't know who my father is. Mother was a Uzumaki. Fourth Hokage basically asked my mother, but she was the Jinchuriki before me. As, basically, he just describes it. Just like what Kurama told him. And then he says, as someone says, "Wow, so you're technically a hero." And he goes, "Yep. Also, the The Ninetales is a living creature. He's not just a beast. He can talk and he has intelligence. Name's Kurama. Nice guy. Doesn't hate the village. And some people are shocked, and every girl is just wondering one question. That ain't Sakura. As you just hear a whole bunch of girls just scream out saying, "Do you have a girlfriend?" As that really shocked Naruto, as he just says, "Wow, I just revealed a secret that you guys should all be afraid of, and yet you guys aren't." As they say, "Well, you don't hate the village for what they did to you." He goes, "Yeah, because I left, and two, I don't really care anymore. We already got a family back in the demonized clan village. You know, they treat me like family. Actually, everyone in the village does. So, I was traded. If they weren't around, I probably would have hated this place." As that kind of catches some people's attention, as you know, some girls ask him like, "Will you go out with me? Will you go out with me?" He says, "No. One, I'm not looking for anyone right now, and two, I'm, I don't. I can only see us as being friends." As you know, they're a little bit upset, but he says, "Hey, I'm okay with being like friends and hanging out. Honestly, I don't know if anyone likes me. The way the village has been, all like your parents have been treating me, I believe they would rather kill me than let me be with any one of you girls." As they all remember what their parents told them about him, as they look upset, and he goes, "Look, it's not your guys' fault, okay? It's because of what happened. They won't let go of it. So, I'm kind of just, I don't want you to deal with that problem. So, please understand that." As he looks over at Hinata, a little, like, he just looks over at her, as, you know, basically, her face goes red right away, and he goes, "Besides, I mean, you guys kind of at first hated me, remember?" As they all kind of blush in embarrassment. He goes, "I'm not holding that against you." As Shikamaru says, "So, is the whole entire ice thing because of the Ninetales? I mean, Kurama?" He goes, "Yeah, that's because of overwork and training." As then Sakura's still shocked about him saving the village and being the Jinchuriki, which is a monster inside of him, so she's thinking he's a monster. As then she's even shocked because girls asked him if he had a girlfriend. And she goes, "Why do you want to date that monster?" As Aruka heard her said that, he basically told them all, and he's glad no one basically ostracized him. He explained it that, you know, how it happened, about like including his mom being kidnapped and the Ninetales being forced out, so it wasn't really his fault or anyone's fault, not even the Ninetales. So, yeah, he just explained it in a way that would make it. He just tells them the truth. He doesn't really care if they hate him or not. Sasuke just basically looks at her as soon as she said that, along with every single kid. Every kid in that classroom just glared at her. And she was like, "What? He has the Ninetales inside of him." And then Naruto goes, "Yeah. So what? I don't use his chakra. I don't use it. I unsealed the gate, which the seal would had him in, and I don't let him out. He doesn't even want to come out. I gave him open room, freedom. We talk, we chat, we hang out. He's my friend. And plus, why do I need to care what you think, Billboard Brow?" As Ino just laughs even more. As Sakura goes like, "Grr," as, "Oh yeah, also, without, even without using even if I wasn't the Jinchuriki and everyone treated me exactly the same way they did back then, and I was sent out to the demonized samurai clan, and I still gain all this strength, you still would not be able to hurt me. And he said that he said that after he got out of his seat and walked towards her. So she's like a little bit afraid as then he's like really close to her and he says, "So, I'm a demon either way. Understand?" As she nods her head, he goes, "Good. Let's hope we're not on teams. Because I would really hate to see what would happen to you. And just trying to protect you will be a pain in my butt. I'd rather have someone useful on my team like Sasuke." As then he says, "Actually, anyone in this classroom is more useful than you." Which everyone is in shock. And then he then even puts it out and says, "Oh, yeah. I remembered I used to have a crush on you. And I completely got over that. Because I realized how much of a jerk you are." Right away, I realized it as soon as I left. Funny, huh? And then he sits down. Sasuke just going like, "Dude, nice." And then Naruto goes like, "Yeah." So as soon as Iruka comes in, he tells everyone to get Sakura to get his seat, get her seat. And she sits right next to right on the other side of Sasuke. As Naruto just be like, "All right," with his feet back up, and then he basically said he literally said had in the paper he says Sasuke, Sakura, Naruto. He gets a pen, cross out Sakura's name, cross out Hinata's name, writes down Sakura's name right next to Hinata, write down Hinata's name next to Sakura, as then he says the names on the sheet. Which Sakura is upset that she is not on the team with Sasuke, and even more upset that he's with Ino. Hinata is glad that she's with Naruto and Sasuke, because she's friends with Sasuke in this. Actually, everyone's friends with Sasuke and Naruto. Shikamaru, like, saying, "Hey, Naruto, even though, I'm not gonna hate you." And he goes, "Well, you're the very first kid that didn't hate me didn't, like, ostracize me." And then Choji comes up saying, "Yeah, this doesn't change the fact you're Naruto." And he goes, "I know. Hey, I'm gonna be busy after school. Well, after this. I gotta go fix up a shop." And he goes, "Really? What happened?" He goes, "Just some teacher. So if you guys want to come by my house later, I'll cook up a meal. You can invite your families over." He goes, "Really? Is your apartment?" He goes, "Yeah, I'll just like ask the owner if he knows, if like we can use his, like you can like share the place, because I usually have him come up and cook him a meal, and as I go like, really?" He goes, "Yeah. So, I guess he won't mind." They're like, "Alright, Naruto." So that's Choji, Kiba, Shikamaru. They basically are gonna like hang out with Naruto, all of their families. And then he says, "Sasuke, you're allowed to come too," and she wants. As Ino goes like, "Wait, really?" As Sasuke goes like, "Wait, you're cooking?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes like, "Oh, I'm definitely in." As he goes, and asks, "Is he a really good cook?" And Naruto looks at him and goes like, "Really?" As then Sasuke says, "Yes, he is a good cook. He's the best cook." Because Sasuke loves Naruto's food, he has ate it. They have trained him a couple times, and they it was on the weekend, so it was like Sasuke was willing to skip lunch, but Naruto had some lunch for them. As then when Sasuke ate it, his eyes just widened as he just starts just like eating the food real fast, as he remembers the first time he ate it. And so yeah, so he has, all right. Hinata and Sasuke and Naruto wait for Kakashi. Naruto doesn't even care what happens, so he just waits, and it's like 2 hours later, so it's like 1:30 when they were announced. So all the teams right away. So about 3:30, then he comes. He basically opens up the door. He sees Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata, which he was shocked. He thought he already knew about the team ahead of time, and he says, but then he thinks, "Oh, So Iruka changed it. I wonder why. And then when Naruto opens up his eyes, he sees the teacher. He was like, well, he sees Kakashi. Goes like, "Yo, what's up?" As Kakashi sees the eyes, he's thinking, "Is that?" And he goes, "So Kakashi, the Sharingan, which catches Sasuke's attention." As then Naruto states that's that was his Sharingan was given to somebody. I mean, was given to him by a teammate that was a Uchiha. It's a gift. And he goes like, "Oh, okay." So, and Kakashi, "How do you know?" And he goes, "Nine-tailed fox, Kurama, and I know who you are, who's a teacher, and that you know about me." As Kakashi nods his head, which catches Sasuke, and he just says, "I'll tell both of you when we get on the when we have to do our little discussion between us." As he says, "Meet me in the roof in 10 minutes." As Naruto says, "I'll meet you in maybe 3 seconds." As then he body flickers away instantly, along, and Kakashi does too. And well, Sasuke learned it. So Hinata, gets up there really quickly, and she only gets there in like in 4 minutes. So yeah, they're all there. So, Kakashi was very surprised by Naruto's speed. As Naruto says, "I don't really need the body flicker. I just could have just ran all the way through up, and you still would have been here after me." And he goes, Kaneki goes, "Nope, telling the truth." Sasuke says, "Yeah, he is." And then Hinata's like huffing and puffing, and he says, "Sorry, I should have came for you." As Hinata says, "No, you don't need to. You didn't need to, Naruto. It was good training for myself." She sees it as training because she sees anything as training just to try to get stronger. So his first impressions when they're like sitting there waiting, he says, "Okay, so I'm gonna be straight up, just tell you guys, I do say you guys. I was gonna say you guys seem like a worthless team, but on the contrary, I see a little bit of you guys' skills. Well, two of you guys' skills already, just not yours. He lists as Hinata. I say could be a pretty good team. Not the best, but a good team." As he just says, "I was gonna give you some like tough love, but I don't see the point now." As then, he does like ask them about their dreams. As Sasuke gives a relative answer as says he needs to find out the truth and then revive his clan and find the truth out from a certain somebody. As then Hinata says she wants to get stronger and her she's never gonna give up. That's her ninja way, which Naruto still has that ninja way never to give up. So he smiles at that, and then she says her dream is to be with somebody that she loves. When she said it, she was blushing. Naruto is blushing because he hopes it's him, because he's been on to Hinata and he likes her, but he's not ready to be with anyone yet. He's a little bit worried, you know, because of the people around him. So, yeah, that's the main reason why he doesn't try to get a girlfriend yet. Then when it comes to Naruto, Naruto says he wants to become Hokage, just like his father, the fourth Hokage, which shocked Sasuke and Hinata. And Kakashi says, "Wait, how did you?" And he says, "Remember the Nine Tails, Kurama?" I said, "Wait, the Nine Tails has a name." He goes, "Yeah, living creature. He's not a beast. He's intelligent. He can talk to." Also, I was told this a long time ago when I was 4 or 5, I forget. It's been a while since I remember. As he goes, "Okay," and he goes, "So you know everything?" He goes, "Yep. I'm about who really attacked the village by using the nine-tailed fox. Well, Kurama." He goes, "All right, okay. And then what's your goal?" "My goal is to show the world who is the strongest person try to become the strongest person in the world, and to kind of get to prove that not the demonized clan, that's samurais, are true monsters. They're people too. Sasuke, I mean, Kakashi is alright. Okay, just want to like, and he goes, okay, tomorrow, don't eat, alright? Because you're gonna puke, but I have looked at all your, I have looked at everything about you, so, of what you have done in the academy. I looked up everything what you have done, and I'm gonna say it may go a little bit quicker, so have a light breakfast. As, they say, okay. So we're skipping to the next day. They all eat a light breakfast and they meet up. And it's early in the morning. So Naruto says he's gonna be late. Sasuke and Hinata ask why. He says ever since his friend died, along with a girl named Rin, who was the Jinchuriki too, which this boy Obito had a crush on. She was like, I think the 4th or 5 tails. I forget, but I think the 4th tails maybe 6, 4th or 6. It's 4 or 5 or 6. One that used water. So yeah. Actually, I'm gonna look that up real quick. Okay, I was wrong. It was the 3 tails. As Hinata and Sasuke is shocked, he goes, yeah, and Obito was a Uchiha, so and that was the reason why he got the eye, because he was dying. Minato told my mom. Well, my dad told my mom before he became Hokage that happened. As they go, so they say just give him time, he'll be here. Hours pass, like 3, and then he comes over, and they're not pissed. And Naruto just says, "You're at the graves. That's the stone of the Great Ninja War." As he nods his head, and he goes, Obito and Rin. As he nods his head again, he goes, "All right." They know they're not upset. As Hinata and Sasuke looks, and Naruto just says, "I don't know much, but I do know what Minato told my mom. So what my father told my mother. I understand how you feel. If I lost everyone I knew from the samurai village I was in, trained by, they all died. I would feel exactly the same way." As Naruto didn't tell how Rin died, and then he would come actually as Kakashi comes over, and he does looks over at, and then he does, and he kneels down as Naruto says, I told about Rin, but I didn't tell how she died. He goes, he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna say it, you can tell them on your own time. Just know we're a part of your team. Well, we'll be a part of your team. So don't hold anything back. We'll understand. As Kakashi kind of has a little smile underneath his mask. So he's saying this is gonna be a test. You're gonna have to try to get the bells. If any one of you fail, you're not gonna go. As they see 2 bells, Hinata's about to say something, and Sasuke and Naruto says something. He goes so, only 2 bells, huh? That'll be easy to take. And he goes, really now? He goes, yeah, you might as well don't take this real seriously. Even though I have weights on, I'm still fast enough to basically get them. And he goes, alright. As he lifts up the headband to show the Sharingan. As Naruto puts on the mask and doesn't even unsheath his sword, and he says, alright, begin everyone. As they're about to, Sasuke and Hinata about to jump, as Naruto says, guys, trust me. As they don't. Sasuke knows what Naruto's gonna do. he tells Hinata, Sasuke yells at Hinata, say, Hinata, go at him, as Hinata doesn't really know why, but Naruto, she looks at Naruto, Naruto nods, and she activates her Byakugan, running towards Kakashi. She tries to do, her Trigen, 64 palm, her taijutsu, as that, he's like able to dodge it, only like a few of them, but she does hit quite a few pressure points. Then Sasuke, comes in, sweeps his legs, as then Naruto blitzes towards them, and where Kakashi is, as he basically kicks him up in the air, as then he throws Sasuke up, and when he does, he grabs Kakashi and just by the legs and just throws him down to the ground. As then Naruto, basically before Kakashi hits the ground, punches him in the back, sending him flying into a tree. Since he was not able to, use some of his chakra points, he could not substitute. So he did get a full force, as he punched where the bells were. Basically, Naruto grabbed the bells and he punched him. And he's like, that hurt. Kakashi's he's getting up. He holds where the bells are. He goes like, huh? And Naruto just holding them. Basically, then Naruto throws one up in the air and cuts it in half with just a fingernail. And then he gives one half to Sasuke and the other half to Hinata while he has the one bell. And he just grins. He goes, so, how was that for teamwork? And they're like, huh? He goes, this exercise was based off of teamwork. Basically, I knew I could win because of my immense speed and strength, but I wanted you guys to go in. And Sasuke, you realize what I meant by don't run, we can do this. Because we train together. And you know how strong I am and fast I can become. As he nods, he goes, not even the Sharingan can keep up with you. Well, my two Tamori can't. He goes, really? You're gonna hide the fact you can use the 3? He goes, hey, secrets here. He goes, we're a team. We're a team. We don't keep secrets from each other. That's why I'm trusting you guys with the knowledge I told you. Basically, it will be a death sentence. But the third Hokage said, I have permission to tell anyone that I see fit to know about my true identity. And I consider my teammates and the whole entire class, well, about the Jinchuriki part, about my mother, not about I'm the fourth Hokage's son, as trustworthy friends. But I see my teammates even more as trustworthy. So that's why I told you guys about the fourth Hokage part. As they nod. And Kakashi says, well, you got me good there, Naruto. You're strong. He goes, yeah, that's what happens when you do non-stop training. Sorry about that. I was holding back a little. He goes, no, that's alright. And you use teamwork. You guys passed. As everyone cheers hooray. Saying we're not going to go back into becoming beginnings. As basically, he just says, celebration time! But first, I gotta go do my job of fixing something. So, he says, see you to everyone, and oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was the day before. Yeah, I forgot. Naruto did fix it, and he even did the party. And everyone was shocked to see how Naruto's food was, how much it tasted so good. Besides Sasuke and the landlord. So yeah. Okay, so yeah. Oh yeah, but Naruto does have technically a little job. He just helps out a place. So yeah, Naruto just goes there. It's basically a item shop, a materials place where they get medals and other materials, like a warehouse. The third Hokage might have found out about it and told him a while back. So yeah, he got a job that he only works every once a week. So yeah, this is gonna be the end of part 2. Hope you guys enjoy it. Naruto is not gonna be using the sword much, only on people that are stronger than him. So it's gonna be like Zabuza and the Demon Brothers in the next part, even Haku. All right. But I hope you guys have a nice day, night, wherever you guys are, and just stay safe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye, everyone.